Hello, my name is Jennifer, and welcome back to part 19 of Runaway Teen in the City, except for our teen is no longer a teen, and she is a young adult. So I thought we would take them out today to the chalet, and I just thought we would start here, but I'm going to stop recording, and we will see you when we get there. Well, we're here at the chalet, and I thought we would let them have a quick little woohoo if I can find my way over to where the bush is. I think this might be the closest bush, but maybe, because I actually want them to go down to the water. There, we'll go this one. We're gonna woohoo with Andy. And then after they have their woohoo, we're gonna head over down here. Because what I am hoping to do today is have a engagement and perhaps a impromptu wedding. So while they're having their woohoo, I'll just explain sort of a little bit. This is my second time through recording this, because the first time I took them down here and I tried to get them to propose to each other. I tried to get Dimitri to propose to Andy, and that option wasn't coming up, and nor was it the other way around. Andy was also not able to propose to Dimitri. And so what I found out when I looked into it is that if you have had teens who are promised to each other when they are teens, when they age up to young adults, they can't propose to each other. It's a glitch. I think it came out around the time with the patch for the butler. You don't need to have the pack with the butler. It seems like some people are having this problem even if they don't have the vintage glamour stuff pack, but so I'm assuming it's more with the patch that came with it. But I'm speculating there. But anyways, from what I read, there's the solution that seems to work, for me at least, is that you need to have them ask to be friends, which of course knocks their relationship, their romance, right down to 0. So then I used to cheat to get it at least to the halfway mark, and then I had them do a few romantic interactions to try and get it up, and to get their, to get it back up, which obviously it didn't take very long between a few romantic interactions and asking them, no, Andy, I don't want you to go wherever it is. Don't go talk to Lily. I want you to be here, especially they're having an offensive conversation. This is supposed to be a romantic day at the chalet, and we want Dimitri. Oh, there we go. Now Dimitri can come and hopefully do the romantic interactions I was asking him to do. So what I did before I started recording the second time through was you have to ask them to be friends, break their romance. I happened to cheat the romance back in at least halfway because I didn't really feel like going through all the trouble of having to redo it since they were max on both the green and the pink. And then had them asked to be boyfriend, girlfriend again, and now the option to propose is back. So that's what I had to do. So we have, I'm gonna go into tab mode and take a picture, a couple of pictures. I prefer to be, I can't turn around when I'm in tab mode. So there we go. So we have, now they are engaged, so that's very good. And I think because we have the wedding arch here, like I said, I think we're going to get them married, but I am going to just quickly pause and get them changed into some more formal outfits, and we will be back. I will be back in a minute. Well, they're a little bit dressier. I don't actually have a wedding dress set up for Andy, but you know what? This is a spur of the moment wedding, so I don't think they would be. And maybe when they're a bit older, not older, a bit more financially secure, we can actually they can renew their vows and have a wedding. But right now they don't have a lot of money. Oh, there's, we got some nice light that's come on. So go back in the tab. Take some pictures while they're getting married. That's as zoomed in as I can get. I must. Oops. He looks a bit shy. There. Is he going to give her a ring? I thought I had him get married to her. Okay. Oh well. I never get which way it works. So there we are. So it looks like they are married. So I think it's time for a honeymoon. They don't have very much money, but I think they can spend a couple of days in Granite Falls since that's the place to go to, and I will see you when we get over there. We're in Granite Falls. I took the least expensive cabin for them, which essentially has used a lot of their money. So I think, you know, they're here. The first thing they're going to do, because it's their honeymoon, is have a woohoo. And then let's check their needs. Andy's are fully maxed at the moment. And Dimitri probably needs to go to the washroom and have a shower after, because they're already low. I kept having to rally the troops because they kept having to go to the bathroom. Their toilet at home is broken. And I wanted to get them out and get them married. So they'll have to be going home and fixing that when they come back. And while they have their woohoo, I'm just going to do the normal, breed the frogs, and probably if I would go through and get rid of some of these frogs, then we'll have a little bit of money. We won't be so tight for cash. So I'm going to actually just sell a lot of the, sell like, you know, the usual amount, all but 2 in their inventory while they're having their woohoo, and that will give them some money. Look, they're at 2,967, and I already bred those, so now I'm going to do the same with these, because he wants to buy an instrument, and I think we'll let him buy one from the campsite. Hopefully it'll count when you buy it from there for him. Yeah, I don't know. You don't need to go to sleep. What you need to do is go use the toilet and go take a shower with the water, the shower. And, you know, Andy, you can go say hello to the ranger. And, you know, since we're in Granite Falls, why don't we switch us over to the Granite Falls Aspiration? Because we're not going to be working on any other ones while we're here. But we could, you know, do some, oops, wrong thing. We could do some fishing and looking around at things. I'm actually going to have him take a thoughtful shower instead of the shower I gave him. And I'm going to may as well make him make some food, because we need some food in the house. So he can make a, you know, because he's only cooking level 2, I'm going to have him make a garden salad. It's more likely to be excellent because it's a level 1 food when he is a level 2 for cooking. So you can chat. No, you're not going to do a sexy pose. I think you should change your outfit and get out of that. That looks reasonable for camping. There. The shoes are maybe not particularly appropriate for camping, but what is... Oh, she's romantic, so that's why all of these... Oh, good. Flatter. That didn't seem to go down very well. You can ask about Day. And maybe, do we have his traits? Oh, great, he's a kleptomaniac. He's unflirty, and he loves the outdoors. Loves the outdoors, okay. We don't want you to come in here, so not that anything here belongs to us, but why don't we, can we ask him to leave? We can ask for camping. Did he just take something there? I think he did. Let's ask him to leave. Let's ask. We don't want you in our house, and we're never going to give you our apartment key for sure. You're a kleptomaniac. Okay. Thanks for coming and stealing our bedside light. Luckily, I have the cheat on, so I can actually put a light back there. I was going to build and fix up the place, but then I decided I wasn't going to bother. But it'll work for me to replace their bedside table lamp. Which I won't do till he leaves, though I don't know how likely he is to steal anything else. Can you leave? Because if it's your own sim, they can only steal every so often. So hopefully the same is true, that he can't steal anything else. But maybe it'll work this time for us to ask him to leave. Yeah. Okay, bye-bye. We don't really like kleptomaniacs in our house, even if it's a temporary rental accommodation. We'd still prefer, oh, we're gonna have earwax. Earwax salad. You may have noticed Andi, I think, is pregnant. I did have them try for baby overnight, the night before, which is why when I couldn't get them to propose, I was kind of like, oh my goodness, I want them to get married. I think she's pregnant. So are either of them actually, you know what, you just put that away for me, please. And then why don't you come do some fishing together down here? Why don't you go fishing? And you can go fishing too. Now that we have... Oh, maybe he got romantic. He got flirty, so he wasn't inspired while he was cooking. But that's fine. Doesn't really matter. It was just if we got the points. If we settled it, that would be good. It's not our primary goal, obviously. So we're going to go do some fishing, and we should probably have one of them go around harvesting the things in here. I don't know that they're worth as much as they used to, because they used to be the, one of them, the one that's over at the park, that's burns them, that could used to be worth a lot. But I'm not sure if it is anymore. Since they patched the patch in just, I don't know if it was the patch in December or the toddler, but there was a patch recently where they commented about decreasing the value of the harvestables. I don't know if it was the harvestables in your inventory or what, but I've noticed that in general they're just down a little bit. Oh, he caught a strawberry. I think we're going to let this baby be whatever it is. We're not going to try and influence the gender of the baby at all. We will just leave it as it is. So I'll have to try and make sure that she doesn't listen to pop or alternative music, that she listens to other types of music that don't influence the gender. It's easy enough not to have her eat the produce, the carrots for boys and strawberries for girls. But the music, they can sometimes just do it on their own. So we'll do a little fishing. And I don't know how tired they are, but I think we'll have them go to bed so they're on a better schedule soon enough. Oh, she caught a fish. She caught a minnow worth 6 simoleans. And are they too crafty for you? Why don't you go... I was going to say go fishing. I'll set you out to go fishing, but then is there anything here? Why don't you look for a frog? Not that we need a frog. If we had kids with us, they could look for discarded toys and try and catch... Yeah, I'm really... You know what I want him to do? I want him to come dig. And he caught a trout. I want him to actually stop fishing. I'm hoping we'll get a capsule, though we don't need it anymore because we got that lamp that gives a playful aura. Oh, here we go. And here's a wild plant. I'll have to quickly switch that over between the two. We got a leaf frog, very exciting. Counts as a collectible. Whatever he got there is not registering yet. Has he finished? She caught a minnow. Let's see what this is. Oh, maybe because he also has to get over there, that's why. Because it's not right where he was, so he has to get all the way over to where the other one is. I just want to... So we got a capsule, so that'll give us most likely... And here, I want to switch him now over to the outdoor enthusiast, because this one is what really was what I was wanting to do. Now look, and there's one of the types of chamomile. And it's getting late, so I don't think I want to go too far harvesting. Is that strawberries? Yes, we don't need to harvest those. Is there anything close to home? Because I don't mind coming back here and harvesting around our house to get whatever's here. But I don't want to have him go all over the neighborhood right now. We can go do some stuff in the morning. So I'm going to, essentially I'm going to have them come back, and then I'm going to have them have a woohoo, it is their honeymoon, and we will be back in the morning. It's morning, and we got Andi woke up to share the news that she is expecting. So 2nd trimester in 24 hours. I was actually trying to get them to sleep. But they woke up in the middle of the night hungry. So they didn't actually sleep very much during the night. And then she woke up now because she's pregnant. So I think I'm going to have them go back to sleep because they're both kind of tired. And they are going to need to be rested when they have their baby. So I'll be back. I just wanted to share that. Andi's awake again and she is fully rested. So we're going to have her take a thoughtful shower and she's hungry. And I don't think the salad's quite cutting it for her. I'm trying to look where the grill is because there it is. It's over here. So I'm going to have her grill. I'm trying to think what might be filling. The breakfast scramble requires... I'm going to have her grill that. Hopefully it turns out decently and it'll be more filling. Oh, we got engaged. We're married too, not just engaged. It was very quick. I don't know. I thought he was getting a phone call. And when he's finished sleeping, he can go to the bathroom. And poor Andi's having a bit of a... She like threw up again after they ate. So I had Dimitri clean the toilet right away just so that it would be clean. And he's not really that hungry, so maybe what we'll have him do after he has finished, maybe we'll have them play a little bit of horseshoes together for some fun. We'll play with Andi. Maybe we won't do that. Maybe we'll just have him play and she can we not? We'll have him practice. And then she can join because she needs to eat before she goes and plays because she's hungry, and that was why I had her make something a bit more filling than the salad that I had Dimitri make, which I don't think it ended up, I'm not sure if it even ended up being excellent quality. No, normal. I wasn't sure if the count that he had was from before or that time. So what's he doing? He's hugging. Okay. Are you making the food I said for you to make? No, I don't want... Oh, I didn't cancel. I didn't cancel that. You know what, Dimitri? Why don't you wait for your dear bride to finish making breakfast and eating it, and why don't you go collect a few things while she's doing that? Since you gave up on playing with the horseshoes on your own. You guys can play horseshoes together after. We may as well do something productive. We don't, again, want to go too far from home because I don't know how long it'll take her to cook and eat. That's more basil. And maybe when he's finished doing a little bit of that, I see something here. I'm going to get my bearings. I need to find the campsite because I do want to let him buy a guitar or a violin. I'm not sure which. I think you can maybe buy both here, but you can definitely buy a guitar. So we're going to let him come over here and buy a guitar. Let's check in on... Why is she eating? Okay. They're just not listening to me. I thought I asked her to make something on the grill, and instead she's eating the salad. Oh, now we get the congratulations on getting married. Okay. So she did make it, but she didn't eat it. And it's excellent. Can I put this in the fridge? I'm not sure because this is, yes, because I guess it's a rental and not an actual... I suppose it's considered their home lot while they're here. Because if you're on someone else's lot, I find you can't place it in. So we're going to have you watch some cooking while you're finishing, or you're finished eating. Maybe you don't need to watch cooking. You need to go to the toilet. That's probably more relevant. You got the double things. The hunger, getting hungry quickly, and I'm sure that's helped. And now, why don't you come practice? Cannot practice? Is she not allowed to play with this because she's pregnant? That's a bit silly. She's like in her first... Can he click on it? No one can click on it. Maybe I need to change my angle. He's not here. That might be why he can't click on it. Or maybe it's glitched. I'm not sure what's going on there. Oh, it was just laggy because of this. I bet you that's what it was. So we want to go into fun. So you can buy either a violin or a guitar. And you know what? The violin is only $4.25. So I think we're going to get the violin because they don't really have a lot of money. And there is a Nubu on the way that they're going to have to buy, you know, stuff for, especially when it becomes a toddler. So we are going to hit and get that. Now, hopefully that counted. Oh, it did, but we're not going to try and collect. Oh, he wants to embrace Andy, so we will let that happen. And he's getting a bit hungry. So why doesn't he come home? Yes, go to lodging. I was just making sure. Now that that's happened, can she play? No. You know what? Just go fishing. Go do some fishing. We're right by the lovely water, a fishing spot. You don't have to go far. So go. Oh, and turn the TV off. And Andy, when you come back, is that in your personal inventory since you bought it? Yes, it is. Good. No, I don't want you to, oh, right, because I didn't actually tell you to, because I find sometimes if they're off the property, and you tell them to get food out of the fridge, they forget about it when they get home, which is why I thought I would have him come home first and then not trigger it till he got here. And while we're in here, we'll check and see if we can breed our frogs, because, you know, they don't have that much money, and they definitely need some. And so he's eating, and she's fishing. And they don't seem to be able to... Let me click on him now that he's home. I don't seem to be able to use this. Why? Am I clicking in the wrong spot? I don't understand. I'm just going to go into build mode and see if I move it and come back, if that fixes it. It didn't seem to do anything, but, you know, I guess we just won't play with it, and maybe we can see if we can play with it elsewhere. But I think that's going to be the end of this part. I guess it was sort of... had lots happen. They got married, they're expecting a new boo, and I guess we will finish up with their honeymoon with the next part and either end up here or perhaps end them with back at home, depending on how long the honeymoon takes. So if you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. If you like the video, please leave a like. If you'd like to see more, please subscribe. If you haven't already done so, I'd really appreciate it. And as always, thanks very much for watching, and we will see you next time. Bye!